Have you ever tried to improve yourself somehow? Maybe you wanted to start a creative project, try a new job, learn a new subject or language, launch a YouTube channel, or build a business. In the beginning, there's that electric rush, excitement, motivation, curiosity. You're energized by the possibilities ahead, visualizing the new world you're about to step into. But then, almost without warning, it stops. You stop. A wave of negativity engulfs your mind. Self-doubt, fear, that loud, paralyzing "I can't." What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Suddenly, you go from dreaming to doubting. I can't learn this language. I can't do this job. I can't start this business. Why? I just can't. Our minds are wired with a negativity bias. We respond more to bad news than good. We imagine the worst more easily than we dream of the best. While this instinct has evolutionary roots, as it helps us anticipate danger, anticipate what could go wrong, the possibilities of what can happen, it becomes a problem when that cautious voice becomes a dominant narrative. It morphs from protective doubt into a full-blown prison of overthinking. So instead of that instinctual guard of what could go wrong, it becomes this crippling confidence that whatever it is going to go wrong. I might fail becomes I will fail. I will fail trying to learn that new language. I will fail starting that YouTube channel. I will fail if I go back to school. I will fail that friendship, relationship, or any goal that I haven't already achieved. And your own mind becomes the biggest obstacle you'll ever face. I want to share a recent experience. In December, I got my driver's license. Since then, I've been driving with my wife, slowly building experience. Early on, certain parking situations, tight spaces, reverse parking, or parallel parking, really got to me. Even though I knew I could do these things, I had done them during practice as well as while traveling. There was always this voice saying, I can't. I'll hit the car behind me. I'll mess up and embarrass myself. And because of those thoughts, I avoided those situations like the plague. With each event that I had to go for a drive, my heart raced with the thought that I might have to face these obstacles today. Sometimes I just stayed home to avoid driving altogether. Even when I succeeded, I dismissed it as a fluke. This fear, this self-doubt, it became the dominant voice. And because I believed I couldn't, I didn't. Not because I lacked the ability, but because I refused the opportunity to prove myself wrong. And that's the thing. For many of us, we don't fall short because of a lack of skill, resources, or potential. We fall short because we've already convinced ourselves we'll fail. We fear judgment, especially our own. We fear the worst that can happen, and that fear becomes the brick and mortar of the wall we build inside our minds, the wall of I can't. So how do you overcome yourself? You start by identifying the wall in front of you. What is it made of? What is the nature of the wall? Is your wall built on fear, insecurity, self-judgment, past experiences, or is it something more external? Lack of access, environment, health, finances. Understanding the nature of your wall is crucial. It shapes your strategy. It leads you in your reasoning and decision-making of how to tear that wall down. In my case, the wall was made of fear and anxiety, fear of messing up, fear of judgment from others, and even more so, from myself. I lacked the confidence to face challenges and preferred staying safe, even if that meant staying stuck. Once you know what your wall is made of, you go deeper. Why is this fear here? What's behind it? In my case, it boiled down to insecurity. I didn't want to feel incompetent or look foolish. I was overly concerned with how others might see me, And worse, how I'd see myself if I failed. As a new driver, I hadn't yet built the self-belief to separate real danger from imagined embarrassment. So I avoided discomfort, and with that, avoided growth. But here's the truth. Discomfort is the place where growth lives. Now comes the hard part, but also the most rewarding: demolition. Once you've identified your wall and your whys, you begin tearing it down, brick by brick. Ask yourself, can I improve this? Is this a skill I can build? Is this fear based on reality or on imagination? For me, it came down to one thing: confidence. I had to get in the car, face those difficult parking spots, and do the uncomfortable thing again and again. Each time I did, I chipped away at the wall. Confidence grew. The voice saying, "I can't," got quieter. The skill got sharper. And soon, the fear became smaller than the challenge itself. Not all bricks come down with practice. Some require healing. Some require mindset shifts. Some need new environments. But the strategy remains the same. Identify, understand, then act. Over time, the wall that once blocked your path becomes rubble beneath your feet. The battle to overcome yourself isn't a one-time victory. It's ongoing. But each time you face the fear, each time you act in spite of doubt, you win a little more ground. You start realizing, I wasn't unqualified. I was just scared. And when that wall falls, even in part, you're greeted with something powerful on the other side. Rays of self-improvement now shining down on you through clouds of possibilities, shining past that now crumbled wall of I can't. Clarity, confidence, growth. So ask yourself, what's the wall you've built? What are its bricks made of? And more importantly, are you ready to tear it down?